know what, guys? One of these days, I'm going to review the headlamps and which ones I like the most. Just because I noticed while I was using this headlamp, because I haven't used it in so long, I don't necessarily like, so it's on its brightest setting right now. That's its low setting. And then that's its obvious lowest setting. Oh, wow, the camera's picking up more light than I can see. Oh, wow, what was that? Oh, I'm just stupid. Never mind. God, there's a dark mode on my camera. But I like how that looks. But, you know, in real life, it's closer to like that or that. That's actually pretty accurate. That's how it looks for me right now. But then turning all this all the way up makes everything have like a pink tone to it. But obviously this is my headlamp off. This is my coast one. There's its, oh god, with it being super bright, I need to turn this down. Oh, that looks awful. There we go. This is its highest. That's its low. Can you even tell a difference? Oh yeah, on its low setting you can start picking up the wavelengths on the camera. Its high setting generates quite a bit of heat, which obviously you should expect because that's what's producing the light. So it's things getting heated up to emit light. So obviously you should expect there to be a little bit of heat. But one drawback to this headlamp is that there's no narrow focused mode to it, which is why I like my which one is it? Is it the Ozark Trail? Ozark Trail, I think is what it's called. I have the same brand as a backpack, and I have to get a new backpack. This thing's lasted like 2 or 3 years now, and it's starting to fall apart from it always having weight that exceeds the limit is that it's supposed to be able to handle, plus me going climbing stuff with it, as well as falling down some of said climbed stuff. But that one, I'll be honest, is my favorite. But I'll save that for like a headlamp review video with footage of like the high and lows of all my headlamps with fresh batteries in them. The downside to that Ozark one, though, I'll leave that for the review video. I'll make that one of these days. Because that actually helps some of you guys. Something moved over there. Oops. Of course, I missed it. I was too busy blabbing on about headlamps. Oh well. Oh, I didn't bring my blacklight, did I? Darn. Well, for sea scorpions, you guys are just gonna have to see it in the good old-fashioned way, I guess. But okay, I keep seeing things moving in the rocks. Now either I am going crazy, or there are little lizards or something climbing around in here. I'll update you guys if I see anything, so that way I can have both hands free. But as of right now, I'm not seeing much. It just looks really spooky with how little I can actually see. Ooh, lightning. With how little I can actually see ahead of me, which is another reason why I don't prefer to use my coast. It's really bright and covers a decent area. It just doesn't focus light all that well. And I prefer to be able to see farther ahead of me at the cost of having a wide periphery than a wide periphery and not far ahead. Maybe that just comes down to the fact that I am farsighted, IRL, but it just makes me feel more comfortable since I am going into no mountain lion territory. So I may or may not just go to the riverbed instead, since I do not have the field of view that I was expecting to have going into this. Because yes, I do have a very, very wide POV, but I have a very, very short wavelength range for my headlamp, with the rays only going out maybe 15-20 feet before it goes like pitch black. So I kind of prefer to not go into mountain lion territory where I can only see it when it's right on top of me, because that just doesn't sound fun. Because the reason why Garrett and I got out of it that last time was because we went high, so it had nowhere to ambush us. There were two of us, both wielding pretty bright lights, him having this coast and then me having my Ozark Trail one, which allows me to see farther, which since I can see farther than he can, it made more sense that way. But it's also just nice to see how quiet it still is out here. You can still hear insects, which is a good sign. It's when you don't hear those anymore is when, something's not up. Something's not right. Because that's how we noticed that we were being trailed, is everything behind us went quiet and we turned around and we saw its eyes. So every now and then you're going to hear me pause and listen. And turn my head and stuff just to make sure things behind me are still making sound. I'm more than likely just going to head to the riverbed since I know that that's safe. Plus, that's where the diamondbacks are, and we all know that that's what most of you are wanting to see in these videos, is not, danger in the sense of something that could kill me with brute power. Oh, there's a lot of lightning over in that direction. Not something that could kill me with brute power, but more so, ooh, cool snake, impressive, bro, like that. And it also doesn't help that I don't have my handheld baton light that is very, very, very bright. Not sure where I left it. I thought it was in my backpack, but it's not, which probably means it's in my car. I don't feel like walking all the way back to walk all the way back out here. So, yeah, I'm probably just going to go to the riverbed. Depends on what type of mood I'm in once I get to the riverbed, and if I see anything there, whether or not I'm going to take the risk of going into where I know there's a mountain lion living. But I'll update you guys if I see anything. Sorry for the lack of stuff. At least I've been able to provide some scenery and now some mildly spooky atmosphere with my, what is this, Silent Hill gameplay? Resident Evil gameplay? One thing that's different about that, though, is at least in Resident Evil, you're armed, but yeah. Hopefully I'll get to see some cool insects or something. I'm really hoping to see some more of those desert katydids and seeing those out here. Last time I was out here, one of my coworkers and I found a racer. I spotted it, and she more or less was the one that caught it. So like I mentioned, I work at a pet store, a reptile specialty store, so obviously we're all going to be into looking for reptiles. Yeah, it's home, because I don't hear anything near the mountain over there. That's like the most off-putting thing, is being out in the middle of the desert where there's no one around, and you just, all of a sudden, everything just goes silent in an area. It's on its mountaintop, because I don't hear the crickets up there. What I should do is do what some of those people have done that live in areas with lions, where they put a mask on the back of their head to trick the lion into thinking that they're looking that way. Because lions like to ambush, and so I'm assuming mountain lions have the same tendencies, since they're felines. Should put 2 headlamps on, one facing forwards, one facing backwards. Yeah, it's just eerily quiet to my left. Don't like that at all. Actually, now that I know the barometric pressure is dropping enough for that. Still, oh, is it a little mouse? Oh yeah, no, that was a lizard. Darn. Too focused on listening for the mountain lion. I almost got spooked by a lizard. That was my hand bumping into stuff. Oh my gosh. The desert rats every time, because they have such big eyes. Okay, I don't like that. Oh guys, I'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna get out of here. Well, good news everybody. It was just a young coyote. Nothing to be too scared of. It was just hunting a rabbit. I could see its eyes. That's what I don't like about this headlamp, is that I can't see eyes from very far away. The retinas aren't sending me any feedback. Because if you don't know, in the dark, a lot of things, retinas will reflect excess light out. That's how light works, is that if it comes from the light that's originating from my headlamp, because I am wearing the source of light and the source of light is near my head, I should theoretically always be able to see those retinal glows, I guess. It sounds really weird to say it like that, but the glowing retinas, I should always be able to see them. But that mouse scared me. But I'm easily spooked just because I'm by myself. Which means that, like, I'm much easier to ambush by predators. But it was just a young coyote. I could barely tell what it was until it started coming towards me and realized what I was. But so, I'm gonna go down this trail, hang left, and get onto that riverbed. Start looking for things. I'll update you if I find anything or if I get spooked by anything. God, I really just look like such a cowardly person. I keep getting spooked by things that are moving. But it really just... Normally I have a little bit more confidence because I have more moonlight to go with. Because I can see decently at night. Okay, good. Good. I can still hear everything. It's just that one night with that mountain lion. Before then, I had all the confidence in the world to be... I almost just tripped. I was just KO'd on a rock. Before then, I had all the confidence in the world to explore this area at night. But after that, that really just kind of shook my confidence in what I knew. Kinda awkward, not gonna lie. I forget that people actually come out here on mountain bikes at night. And some people just drove past, like, right at the end of me recording that last part. I probably sound schizophrenic because they're hearing me having this full-on conversation. Because they were coming down and he's like, look out, you guys, and then just sees it's me, and I'm like, oh, thank you for letting me know. And he's like, oh, only one of you. Okay, I just kept going. So, whoops. That's kind of funny. At least they're on mountain bikes, they can move a bit faster. I'm a almost 20-year-old kid that does little to no cardio during the week, as of lately, because I haven't been out actively hiking in a while. I know, like, for the first couple weeks of August, all you guys were seeing were hiking videos, but, I hate to break it to you, but some of those are from, like, March, or, like, June and July. But I just realized this is going to be a longer video. But, yes, those people saw me heard me talking. It sounded like there's someone with me. Sorry about that. I'm hoping that wasn't too loud. But I think I probably weirded him out. But I mean, I can't blame him. Some kid walking by himself with a whole backpack full of crap, talking to himself. Looks kind of odd. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys because it's kind of funny. Alright guys, well in the abandoned den, let me just put my headlamp just like so. Got a bird hiding out in here. Doesn't want to focus, but it's probably like a pigeon, or not a pigeon, but like a dove, or what are they called? A quail. Don't know why my brain slipped on that. But first, I found something in here, so that's another cool thing I got going for me this time around. Hopefully we can see some more cool reptiles. Gosh, that tortoise was a big boy. He was pretty hefty compared to the other one. I'm guessing it's a boy? I don't know though. Well guys, by happenstance I just looked over and I found this guy. Oof, I have like, oh, my scab is ripping off. That's what's been hurting my elbow. But a giant desert hairy. Here's my hand for comparison. Not the biggest we've seen, but definitely not something to laugh at. Gosh, one of these days, I'm going to turn my Exoterra into a scorpion tank, I think. But a cool find. Cool find. Just a fun fact, scorpions are decently easy to take care of. They're not necessarily something you want to hold. Don't get me wrong, you can definitely hold some of them. Like, so I'd trust some of the larger scorpions more than the smaller scorpions, obviously. Because usually how it goes is the smaller, more delicate something is, the more potent its venom has to be. Don't get me wrong, getting stung by an emperor scorpion or a flat rock or an Asian forest, those aren't going to be walks in the park. They're going to be like bee stings. So they're going to sting. So like don't think that means that they're not going to hurt. It's just not going to kill you or send you to the hospital. Unless, of course, you're allergic. Which then, yeah, you probably should go to the hospital. But, really love those desert hairy scorpions. They're, to me, a nice size. I just like their colors. How they're like that sort of chitin yellow with that black chitin on top. On the top of their carapace. To me, they're really neat. I really love how they look. I like their size and just overall think they're neat. To be fair, that was one of the first scorpion species I ever saw here in Arizona. First being the bark, second being the desert hairy, then third being the giant desert hairy. And then it was I think it's the striped-tailed scorpion? Something like that. Can never get their names right because I only concern myself with barks and the desert hairy and giant desert hairy. So, should probably brush up on those species again, since I'm starting to run into them more frequently out here. But, it's just neat to see one of those again. Update you if I see anything else neat. Just said neat twice in a row, and ironically. Nice. Well, guys, it's like, what, 8:30, 8:33? Don't think we're gonna see a whole ton. I'm on my way back to the car right now. Really wasn't much on the riverbed. Thought because it was relatively cloudless during the day that we'd see something more, but there's actually a storm moving in from the southeast right now. So it's coming up from that like Tucson, Morena, Wilcox, that direction, if you know your towns in Arizona. For those of you who don't, just know that it's southeast from my current location. It's a pretty big storm, which is probably those clouds, the massive clouds I pointed out earlier. That mass of clouds is now starting to partially cover up the moon, which is why the moon looks so hazy as compared to earlier when it had a nice, vibrant, crisp crescent going on. So, probably not going to see any snakes for the rest of the video. But I'll update you guys when I get to the end, because I do got to let you guys know that, oh yeah, here's that lizard that we caught months ago that I never released the footage of. Just so that way you guys can get to see it. Of course, I thought the night was over. Look at this tiny, tiny little sulpiciid. No, you're okay. Little one. Sulpiciids are so freaking cool to me. These would be a cool thing to have as a pet. Just the only problem with this, I can't even get him in frame. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Let's see if I can get him in frame. Longer than I did in a second. Now this sulpiciid is tiny. But they're just such cool, beautiful little creatures. This is actually the closest I've ever gotten to one without getting angry. Might be because it's a young sulpiciid. I don't know how many species of sulpiciids Arizona has, but many of you probably know them as camel spiders. We've seen a couple of these on the channel. Oh, I spoke too loudly and it ran away. They're sensitive to vibration, so I shouldn't be surprised. I was initially talking in a more like hushed voice with my face a little closer to the camera, and I kind of like, okay, like I started being really loud with the camera farther away from me. So there was a bird just chilling in this cactus. Okay, well, I will say that is probably going to be the last thing I see tonight, because I'm not far from my car now. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And now we're going to roll right on into that lizard that I forgot to show you guys a while ago. So, enjoy that, and don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Of course, I'm about to leave, and there's a really young, look at this beautiful snake. Such a small rattler. It's a young diamondback. Literally, my car is just past that bush. I've never seen one over here. Wow. Such a young one too. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rattles. What a cute little baby boy. Oh, I shouldn't call you a boy. I don't know what you are. Wow. I think this is the smallest one I've seen. I've truly been blessed tonight. Of course, it's right after I say the outro and everything. Right about to go home. And I don't have my snake hook. Oh, is he gonna cinnamon roll up? What a cute little boy. You stop saying that. What a cute little guy. Oh, that's the same thing. Oh my God. Just look at how precious this snake is. I was just thinking to myself too, what's the likelihood of me finding something, because I pre-filmed the outro because I knew I had something to add after that. Oh my God. Well, this is Diamondback number 5. I don't have any names on the spot because I just really wasn't expecting to see any tonight. That is awesome. Such a young one, too. I'm squatting, gotta stand up. Curled up, it's about the size of my hand. Wow. He's letting me get pretty close too, or they are letting me get pretty close. It's about what, 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 feet. Oh, my foot moving attracted his attention. Let's see that zoom where the quality drops to potato level. Goodness, I gotta start bringing my actual camera with me. Know how cool that would look? My actual camera that has a good zoom. So this potato camera. Well, my phone camera's great, it's just not at night. What a beautiful snake. This is the farthest from the mountain I found one. Wow. Really pressing my luck here, but I mean, just look at him. He's gorgeous. He has a little bit of a yellow tint to him. It's not really showing up on camera that much. He's looking more like a gray, but the whites on him are pretty nice. And he has some nice, very clean diamonds. It's a very nice individual looking snake. Like, this is the color variety. It's either this or the more pink colored ones. Not the red diamond, but some pink colored diamondbacks that I've seen. If I would ever own a diamondback, that's what a beetle just flew into my headlamp. That's what I'd keep if I were to keep a diamondback. Wow, what a beautiful specimen. Just look at those diamonds, and I kind of like, on like the tips of the diamonds right there, how they kind of indent. And it's just on those two. The other ones on him don't seem to really have it as prominently. Wow. Talk about lucky. Diamondback. Right before I get to my car. Somehow I felt like this was going to happen just because I pre-filmed the intro. Or the outro, I mean. I wonder how many times I said intro instead of outro. Anyways, now you guys will see the footage of Garrett and I catching that lizard. And now feel free to comment. Now just comment what you think I should name this particular rattlesnake. I've been keeping tabs on each one that we found and named, with pictures that I've labeled on my phone, and be keeping a good file on them. So comment down below what you want this one to be named. If you have any ideas. I don't have any yet, so that's why I'm like, well, this would be a good time to interact with subs. But let me know what you guys would name this one. And then also don't forget to like and subscribe. So looks like this is a greater earless lizard. Garrett and I are out at night again. It's only real good time this time of year to go herping. But look at this dude's belly color. This is a male. As you can see, all these bugs are swarming us. We're a great source of salt for them. But look at the belly color. We've literally been chasing this lizard for a couple minutes. So I'm a little out of breath. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're also kind of lanky, but they're really, really fast. Let's see. I just saw he has mites right there. That's neat. First lizard I've caught with mites. They're just essentially like ticks. They're sucking the blood out of them. Not too detrimental, but not something you want to have. Wow, such a cool dude. We probably stumbled across him sleeping, which is what led him to like freak out and just start sprinting. He was in a dead sprint. I thought maybe he was a baby desert iguana, but there's no way. He is definitely a greater earless lizard. Some people also call them zebra tails, but this is not the lesser earless, which is the zebra tail. But it is a relative, and as you can see, his tails looks kind of gross. That's because it's growing back. It's regenerating. With leopard geckos, it takes about, what is it, like 2 months for it to fully come back. So I'd assume it's probably similar with these guys. But these guys also have a much higher metabolism. So I'm going to put him down, let him get some rest. He's starting to fall asleep in my hand. But is that green tinge showing up on camera? On his siding? Is that showing up?
That's pretty cool.
Epic. Because these dudes are so colorful in the sunlight, they look gorgeous. We're just going to put him down. Hopefully you guys can see how fast he goes. He's all charged up too. You can just feel the heat coming off. What is he doing? Oh, he's hiding. He's hiding in the shrubbery. But that's probably how he was when we probably almost stepped on him.
Yeah, no, I think I almost stepped on the little man's.
Oh, we've also seen scorpions tonight too. 2 or 3. This is my first time stumbling across a mountain in the wild like this. So tonight's a pretty good night. But we'll update you guys on what else we see. And hopefully we get to see that young rattlesnake again, which you guys won't know what I'm talking about until I've decided I'm going to use that for a compilation of run-ins with rattlesnakes for the 50 subscriber video. So it's going to be kind of short. But, because congratulations everybody, we made it. 50 subscribers as of today.
Woo!
But we'll update you on what else we find.